How's everybody doing? Those of you who don't know, we're dealing with delayed videos. Anyway, let me get into it. Acts chapter 20 verse 7 says, "And upon the first day of the week when the disciples came together to break bread, Paul preached unto them ready to depart on the morning, and continued his speech until midnight. And there were many lights in the upper chamber where they gathered together." You know, a lot of people like to talk about the first day of the week as if that is the only day to assemble for worship, as if that, and some people even talk about the seventh day of the week. Some people talk about the Friday, the sixth day of the week. I don't know what your religious persuasion is, but as far as I'm concerned, you try to get together with each other as often as you can. And as we can see here, the first day of the week was no exception, where they were breaking bread as usual. Remember, they broke bread together daily if they could, as much as they could, as often as they could. And the reason why you want to do that is you want to build bonds, you want to build camaraderie, you want to build togetherness. That's the whole purpose of breaking bread. And breaking bread is also to share the knowledge and the wisdom of God when we talk in a spiritual perspective. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, just in case some people think that it's exclusive to any particular day, and all days are good as far as I'm concerned to break bread. Break bread as often as you can. It always says, don't forsake the assembly of yourselves together. So whenever you can get the chance, do it. All right, let's get into what we're going to talk about today. It's broken up into three parts. Let's start with the first one. So in Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice, in the introduction to Batman, we see that there are two police officers watching a football game. When they are alerted to some screams in a residential neighborhood, they have to go off, and they go off with their sirens, their police sirens. As they're moving past, we see the place where they are at, which is the Gotham SeaPort. And that's really important because the first thing we're going to look at is Ace Chemicals. And we're going to see how much we see Ace Chemicals in BvS, as well as we see Ace Chemicals in Suicide Squad. So let's get to it. So we see Ace Chemicals, like I said before, in BvS when Doomsday is chasing down Batman and using his heat vision, or some people say his laser vision, to try and destroy the Batwing. And Batman is trying to get out of there and get the Doomsday down to the seaport, what is also known as Gotham Harbor. It's an abandoned port. It's an abandoned harbor, okay? And so we see Ace Chemicals there. We also see Ace Chemicals in the background when Batman is trying to run away from Doomsday. And I thought that was very interesting. Also, we see Ace Chemicals when Superman, he's approaching Doomsday and he's about to hit him with the kryptonite spear. You see him pass by and you see Ace Chemicals in the background. Now, why is that so important? I want to show you something. So when we go back to the original introduction to Batman here in BvS, we see that Ace Chemicals is here, and not too far away is number 2. And we'll talk about number 2 in a minute, but I just want you to remember the position of Ace Chemicals in Gotham and these buildings here relative to it, okay? So, finally, Ace Chemicals. We see it in Suicide Squad. First, we see inside of Ace Chemicals, and we can see the chemicals there, right? And then, of course, we see Ace Chemicals itself on one of these drums, these cylinders. And the side of it, as Harley Quinn was falling into Ace Chemicals, it's just a fleeting moment, we see Ace Chemicals there. So I just wanted to show you that. The next video we'll talk about the second thing that we see on the Gotham seafront, which is these twin buildings. I'll talk about them in the next video. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Don't forget to release the Snyder Cut in your comments. You guys